Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were working with, we were working on getting our mob farm sent over to the other side, to the main, storage area. And I still need to move a lot of this stuff over there, but, we'll get there. And all that kind of fun stuff. So, we were also working last time trying to get ethereal essence so that we could begin basically begin getting all of the stuff together so that we can start making essentia storage drives and making a little bit more applied energistics related stuff with Thaumcraft. And that went really well. We made the Euclididaisy, and this guy has made us so much stuff. We have 34 ethereal essence of Aurum, just to give you an idea of just how much stuff we have. So it went really well. Let's see, what are some other things we did last time? We got a slime and spawned slime. We now have 369 slime. We have the gas tiers automatic. We have 200 of those. And mushrooms, so we can start making the Galgadorian metals. And before we can do too much more with that, I went ahead and told the system how to make sugar from grinding it up. And the lumps of Galgador, we have those. Now, in order to make the Galgadorian blocks that we need the ingots, which requires large lumps, which requires that. So now we can tell the system, hopefully, how to make. By the way, I also made upgrade. So the ender pearls stopped producing because we were full, and I got an enderman trophy out of that, which is kind of cool. We're not going to use that because it teleports you around randomly, and that's not a good thing. But I went ahead and put a emerald upgrade on the ender pearls so that that is taken care of. Let's see what else. I did go ahead and make 4 essentia drives. That was a little tedious. A lot of Crucible stuff, and so that's what we're going to work on today, is automating the Crucible a little bit more. But first I want to see, can we make a large lump of Galgador? And we're missing 24 mushrooms, so we can handle that. And I think the big thing with the mushrooms is going to be what we'll end up doing is just getting a large amount of what I'll do is I'll turn off the this farm and just give this bone meal. So for example, if we just, I don't know, took all of that out and broke all of that, and then we could just put those in there, come back over here and grab like a couple stacks of bone meal. I think we can only do 4 at a time. That should give us a ton of mushrooms. So let's see if that works. Okay, we can only do 2 stacks at a time. And does it not want to bone meal the mushrooms? I thought it was. And we'll just lock those. Okay, so I don't know that it will, but what we can do is we can just bone meal these guys ourselves. And I can just kind of do this, and this will give us a ton of brown mushrooms. So it's a little bit more manual, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and put trees back. And yeah, we can get plenty of mushrooms like this. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit more manual, but that's fine. Happens. But the main part is that we're going to get a ton of mushrooms out of this. So we've already got about a stack, and I've barely used any bone meal. So it's not too bad. I don't know if there's going to be a better way to do that. We could get brown mushroom spores and 10 them and do Acrocraft, but that's kind of annoying because they have to be in a dark spot. So I don't really want to do that, but let's get the lump of Galgador, the large lump. Now can we do it? Yes, we can. So I'm going to tell that to go ahead and craft. It'll take a little bit of time. So while that's doing its thing, we're going to come over here and we're going to start working with Thaumcraft. So a couple of things that we want to start working on is we're going to want to automate this guy, which should not be too difficult. He still has aspects. And let's go ahead and just grab all this stuff. Since we have so much space, we should be able to store pretty much all of this stuff. And the only thing I'm worried about is if that will ever get up to 120 bytes, but I don't think it will. If it does, we can transfer stuff, I do believe. It has, okay, so let's take these out. And let's try to get rid of all of these. And then what we'll do is we'll throw a different one in. And do something like that. And just try to drain all of this. So let's see what we can do with this. If we can drain this guy, it would be really nice. So we'll just put those in. And take these back out. And this is one way to drain the stuff. So it'll work. It's not the best of methods, but it works. What is going on? Alright, so that goes there. There's the Terra and the Void. Alright, so we'll lose a little bit of that stuff, but I'm okay with that. Let's just go ahead. And can we not pop this out? I think because it has stuff in it. So we need to clear that out. What's going to be the best way to do that? So we could, oops. I don't want to be clicking on anything. Alright, so we could, let's see. I wish there was a way. We can't put that in there. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. So this has what? 6 alienness, 6 cognito. What we can do is if we grab alienness, if we grab all of the stuff, and I think this will be something I'll work on between episodes, but if we grab just a little bit of all of the stuff, we should be able to kind of make it easier on us by just like, if we just get, so for example, there's 6 alienness. If we get 2 more alienness, we can take a file out and clear that one out. Same with Cognito, Ordo, Terra, and Tutman all would require just 1 essentia. So if I can find something that has that, then we can clear them all out and then not have to worry about it. So first thing I want to do today is I want to set this up so that, whoops, don't burn that. I want to set this up so that we can start getting more aspects, and or rather automatic essentia. Apologies, my words are not coming out right today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna destroy the Arcane Alembic, and we're gonna move this downstairs because I think that'd be smart. So you know what else would be smart is getting another elevator. Since we have so much, let's see, wool, we need 16 of that, so we'll just get 20 wool, and then we need ender pearls, And let's just get a couple elevators. And we're going to make it nice and easy to get. I don't know if that'll work. So let's put it right there. And I want to see if this will actually work or not. So it's right here. So it's that block. And can we go? Alright, cool. Now I want to do something real quick just to... It's a little bit of a security measure, but I'm going to put a block underneath so that we don't go any farther down. It shouldn't be necessary. I'm going to do it over here as well. It shouldn't be necessary at all, but it's a safety precaution. So with that taken care of, we can now get downstairs a lot easier. So let's switch back to this. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a chest right here. We're going to need some item ducts and a servo. And we're going to want this to be always active. And this is going to be our put stuff in there, and it gets burnt up in the alchemical furnace. So that means we're going to want to have that like somewhere around here. And actually right underneath it would work just fine. So let's just bring down this guy. And you know what, we'll put the alchemical furnace right here. So it gets coal, and then we'll put the arcane alembics on top of it. And here is the question that you might have about this. So we've done this, right? And now how are we going to get the essentia out and automatically into the system? Well, we can do, what is it? It is an essentia, let's see, import bus? Yes, import bus is what we'd want. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenging craft, but not too bad. I don't believe we have any. We have one. We're going to want 3. So we're going to want 2 more of these. So we need, let's see. We have everything except for the filtered essentia tubes. And can we make 2 of those? No, we need more filters. We don't have silver wood, so we'll have to do this recipe. And we got to make the meshes. Silverwood is something we're going to want to... Ooh, we can make silverwood, but we're going to want that a little bit more often. So we're gonna have to craft some of that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that should be enough to get both of these. Actually, we only need actually we do need 2 of these. 1, 2, and then we should be able to make these. 1, 2, and then this. So 1 and 2. So there is all the essentia. So ME glass cable. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the system to make like 100 of that. And something else that I did, by the way, is what did I do? What was it that I did? It was something minor with the ME system. Oh, I made more acceleration cards. So let's go ahead and put those in. So I made a more acceleration card so that we can make the processors a little bit faster. So just go ahead and put all of these guys in. And this one is already filled. So just something minor to make things a little bit better. But yeah, that'll work. So we're going to hook this up, and then we'll be able to get automatic Crucible. So, not Crucible, Arcane Olympic. So the furnace will automatically make all the stuff we need. Now we just need to bring a line down. So that has 3, 4. I need a smart cable. Let's grab a smart cable. It's usually good to have these kind of sporadically in your applied energistics systems, just so you can see exactly where all the channels are. And then we'll put one right here. So I believe this one's only got 2, so we'll put the other thing over here, the thaumatorium. But this should, there's 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a little bit expensive, but not too bad. Let's go ahead and do the import buses first, and then something like that. Now there's one last thing I kind of want to see. If we get a export bus, and just a normal export bus, will that... Alright, so we need to get export bus, just a normal one. And let's get some coal. And I just want to see, will this actively like put coal in here? So coal, once it turns on, I'm going to take all the coal out, and I want to see where it goes. It goes in the top. That's not where I want it. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just put a stack of coal in there. And I bet the Thaumanomicon says I bet the bottom of it will take the coal. So it's gonna be in alchemy, right? Basic arcane alembic. So you can stack up to 5 alembics on top of a single furnace. You don't usually need to do 5. Aluminium is faster, as well as using bellows, but that's not too much of a concern. So essentia, alchemical furnace. So maybe, I don't know if it's automatic. It might be underneath that you can actually put stuff in. So let's find out. And if that's the case, we can just throw a filter and have only coal go to the bottom. So let's see. Something like that. And let's grab 2 filters. Just basic filters. Let's make a basic filter. And oh my god, I'm misclicking. And we'll just see if this works. So the only downside of this is coal we cannot use for potentia and fire, but that's fine. So this is whitelist coal. This is blacklist coal. I believe charcoal. Let me see. Charcoal has... Have we ever scanned charcoal? I don't think we've never scanned charcoal. It's the same as coal. So if we use coal for this, charcoal will work fine too. So let's just see if this works how I think it will. We'll put a stack in there. And does it go into the bottom? It does. Alright, so what we can do is we can just keep a stack of coal in there or something like that. And we'll just keep a stack of coal in there. When it runs out, we'll just refill it. And everything will be fine. So with that taken care of, the next thing we need to work on is grabbing my wand again. And we need to get a new thing. I don't know that we've made it. So let's see. Do we have an essentia provider? No. Alright, so we need to make an essentia provider. Because we are going to make a thaumatorium, and that is a really cool way to do automatic alchemy. And that's going to also be downstairs. We won't have to worry about these nooks or anything. It doesn't require water. It does require a heat source, but that's about it. So let's get first the essentia provider, which is going to be what gives us all the essentia that we need. Now we're gonna need some stuff. We're gonna need essentia. So let's go ahead and start getting those. So we need machina. Machina comes best from redstone, works well. It also gives you potentia. Energetic alloy has a lot. Buttons and levers are really good. So do we have a lot of buttons? We have 24 buttons. Let's get a stack of redstone and then the buttons, and we just throw those in there, and it will take it all down and smelt it up, and we'll see relatively soon more potentia and more machina. So I think, yep, there's a little bit more machina, and there we go. So that will work. What else do we need? We need magic, ordo, 32 of each. So we need more magic and ordo. Ender pearls are decent for magic, so let's get half a stack of those. And then ordo, what's something good for ordo? Steel isn't bad. Lead is pretty good. Lead is something we can use for stuff soon enough. Magic wax would be really nice, but we don't really have much of that. Candleberries. Or ordo shards, which ordo shards aren't bad. So let's tell the system to go ahead and craft 60 of those. It'll take some time, but we'll get there. And for the time being, let's just get some of these guys cooking up. And I can already hear the ordo shards being made down below, which is really cool. I love automatic systems like this. And then permutatio, we need 16. We have enough of that. So what else are we going to need? We're going to need an interface. We have interfaces. We're going to need both cores. There's a coalescence core. I would like extras of these. And let's make those and those. What else are we gonna need? We're gonna need more filtered essentia tubes, and that's not gonna be fun. So string. Let's just make a ton of these. Because I believe that's also used for making beehives, so that's not a waste if we don't use them for this. So we need 2 of these so that we can get 2 of these, and we are missing ordo. It takes a lot of ordo to make those. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here and kill mobs for a bit, get some more blood. And it'll work just fine. This is what I've been doing, but that's not enough ordo. We could also, let's see, I think if we turn this off, we'll get more mobs over there, and I think that would be a good idea. Probably. So we just turn the lights on, and it is completely darkened. It's completely cursed earth in there now, so that's really nice. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of string and just kind of clear this stuff out as we go. So once we get the essentia provider, we just need to make a thaumatorium, and it should not be too difficult to do. Should be pretty straightforward, actually. So here's hoping it will be. And just kind of dealing with all that. So let's kill these guys for a little bit, try to get some more ordo. And we have enough ordo for the time being, but we're gonna have to get some. One of the next things that I'm gonna want to work with Thaumcraft is getting more, getting nodes over here so that we can start automatically charging our wand and charging the wand while it's in here. And that kind of stuff. We're going to also want to make better ones. So Essentia tubes. Alright, there we go. We had enough. So there's those two. Hopefully we don't need any more of those. I think before we do anything else, we will go ahead and kill some more stuff just so we can potentially get more. We're going to need Salus Mundus times 2. And order shards, let's get, I already put 8 in there. Let's get 32. And how are we doing for essentia? So we have the machina, we have plenty of potentia, and just kind of going through all this stuff is not too bad. So we need 2 water shards. So we have that. We need the fusion core. And I think that is about it. So let's see, there is one, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we need, the last thing we need is the Salus Mundus. So other than that, we just have to get 64 Machina, which we have. We need more magic and Ordo. We're getting there with Ordo. In fact, let's go ahead, switch those around. Do we have any bellows? Could we make the bellows? That would help a little bit. Bellows. The arcane bellows are pretty easy except for what's that? Manatide bellows. No thanks. Alright, we're not going to worry about that then. Unfortunately, with this pack, recipes are always going to be a little bit more difficult. But the essentia provider, we just need... We need more magic and Ordo. We'll worry about that here soon. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at what all is required to make this automatic crucible. So, it's right here. We're going to need 2 alchemical constructs, which is going to require more filters. Alright, so alchemical construct, if I can spell it. Where is the alchemical construct? That is the advanced one, so here it is. So we need more V filters. There's 1, 2, and then we need more Ordo. So let's go kill some more guys. And yeah, getting better wands is definitely a priority. One of the things we need to do is we need to get silverwood. Now we can make silverwood from birchwood, which isn't terrible, but it's not very good. It would be better in the long run if we were able to get... Is that filled? No. Why is not giving us... Why aren't we getting as much Ordo as we should? So one of the big things we can do is we can get silverwood from birchwood, but that's a hassle. At some point, I really want to make both silverwood and greatwood saplings. That's going to make my life a lot easier and a lot better. So, do we have enough to get the last 2 filters? And then what else do we need? Essentia valves. We need more Ordo, of course. And getting these alchemical constructs, that's pretty much the only thing we're going to need. There's one other thing that we're going to want to have in order to make more stuff, but we'll get to that soon enough. But the essentia provider is going to allow us to get more in terms of automation. So it will automatically provide all the essentia we need to the construct, the Thaumatorium as it's called, and that is what we want. We want to automate as much as possible. So there's the other essentia valve. We're going to need 2 more of those. 1, And we need more essentia tubes. And one more of these. And we should be able to make 1 and 2. Perfect. So there's the alchemical constructs. Have we ever made those? No. Let's scan those. Scan basically anything we can. And, you know, do we have a lot of research left to do? There is a thing. Oh yeah, we need, is Kami unlocked? We need all of those, which we need to find a angry zombie and deal with him. I haven't seen one yet. What we might want to do is if we get a zombie, we could probably summon in a bunch of zombies. And that might work to get angry zombies. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. That's pretty much the only thing that I'm not too sure about, is what's the best way to get an angry zombie. But with this all taken care of, do we have all the essentia yet? Ordo, we have the magic. What is taking it so long? Is it just filled? Yeah, it's just taking a while for that. So let's go ahead and take the ender pearls out, and let the Ordo shards start going through, and we'll put those in next. So let's get more coal in there, just to make my life a little bit easier. And do something like that. So other things we're gonna need another interface for this machine, and then we're going to need a mnemonic something. What is it called? Right here, a mnemonic matrix. This is really easy to make, so luckily that recipe has not been changed. We just need one of these, and that should be good enough. And I'll get to what that does soon enough. It's actually a really cool little thing, and it's super useful. So we're also going to need some cables, and I think that's about it. We're going to need this Crucible, so we can go ahead and set this all up. Let's get the niter, because we're going to want that. Why does it seem dark here? Because it is. And we need to break all these nooks. Alright, so grab the niter. All the nooks are gone. We're going to break that block. We need some cobblestone with the tiles. Make things look nice. Alright, and I want this armor so that we can fly. And we're going to set this stuff up right over here. So the first thing is, at the bottom we need niter. And that's why we're going to have our engine, our jetpack, so that we can fly underneath and make this nice and safe. That way we don't lose the niter if we ever want to move this. And I think right here is going to be fine. So the construct that we need to make is pretty simple. It is literally just the Crucible with 2 alchemical furnaces, although we need a lot of Ordo. Of course we do. Ordo is used for everything, it seems. So Crucible, and then 2 alchemical constructs. And we'll get to that soon enough. And what we're going to want is to smack it once we have a lot more Ordo. Alright, so what we're going to do is, since we should have everything we need for the, let's see, we have 48 Ordo. Okay, we need 64 Machina, 32 each of Magic and Ordo, and 16 Permutatio. So we have Magic, Ordo, Permutatio, and Machina. We have everything. Alright, let's clean up our inventory just a little bit. And let's go ahead and get this stuff set up. So interface goes in the middle. Salus Mundus. Water shards. The cores. And then the filtered essentia tubes. And this should be a pretty easy craft, but we're gonna keep our eye on it, just like anything else. I think if we go over on this side, we'll be able to back up enough to see everything. So this should be a pretty straightforward craft, and this will allow us to provide essentia to the Thaumatorium. So what the Thaumatorium is it's automated Crucible. All the Crucible crafting up to... Okay, so just making the Thaumatorium, the Crucible, the 2 alchemical constructs, allows you to make 1 recipe at a time automatically. And it will produce everything and all that kind of fun stuff as you give it essentia and whatever the catalyst is. So for example... Thaumium is something that we're going to want to automate is mana steel and a little bit of Precantatio magic, and that's it. So you give it the essentia, you give it the mana steel, and it gives you Thaumium. Now the thing about this is, so it starts to take the items. That's good. That's good. There goes one of the cores. I think that's the coalescence core. There goes the other filtered. This is a very minor infusion, so it should not be hard. And then the water shard. So one of the big things about it is you can only do 1 at a time. Well, if you give it the mnemonic matrices, which have to be attached, you can increase that by 2 every matrix. So that's kind of the plan. So let's go get some more Ordo. And hopefully fill up this wand enough so that we can set everything up, and then we can start auto-crafting everything. Now there's one last thing I kind of want to look into doing today that is not Thaumcraft related. But we'll see. So we have some uncommon treasure, by the way. Let's open these. Hey, knowledge fragment. Cool. Those are useful for various things, but I'm going to go ahead and just throw them into here. And do we have... We do not have the Ordo. I guess we could just kill stuff for Ordo. We could summon things in and kill them for Ordo. That could be good enough. So we can turn this guy off. Grab, I don't know, something that's not going to do too much. Let's kill slimes. And we're just gonna kill slimes with our broadsword, and this should fill up our wand pretty quickly. And we're going to get slime balls as well. Alright, too many slimes. Alrighty. So these guys, I don't know what kind of essentia they're going to give us, but they should give us a little bit of everything. Or not. Looks like a lot of water. What's something that would make sense to have Ordo? Let's go after blazes. I'm gonna regret this. So we don't have much in terms of Ordo. That's not good. I want more Ordo. But this will summon blazes. We'll kill the blazes and hopefully get some Ordo. I do think one of the next things we need to work on is getting... getting access to... Okay. We're not doing that anymore. Let's just turn that back on. And we're going to get out of there. I do want to farm blazes for a little bit. We're low on blaze rods. which would be nice to have. So let's go back over, and we still need a good bit of ordo. Let's go ahead and just kill the guys in there and hope for the best. You know what? Something I think we're gonna do. We're gonna get a zombie in a. We're gonna get a zombie in a safari net. Okay, we have the 36. We have 36, so that should be enough. Let's go grab a safari net. We're gonna get another one, and we're gonna get a zombie, and I'm gonna summon in a bunch of zombies. So safari net is just a ghast here surrounded by ender pearls, so things that we can easily farm now. And while we're over here, let's go ahead and set this up, and we'll do that in a second. So we smack that, and we get the Thaumatorium. Now we need to set up a couple things. So we're gonna put these on the back. So this guy goes here, this guy goes here, and this is the output. This will tell you what it's making, and we can put a mnemonic matrix up here, and that will give us more stuff. So for example, we'll just do one of these. Just go straight up. And we put the catalyst in through the top. So what we can do is we can get some chests and item ducts and get another servo. And this should be pretty straightforward to set up. And then we can teach the system how to make stuff. So for example, if we get mana steel. Alright, I thought I made a bunch of mana steel. Where did I put that? Is it in here? Also, that made so much stuff. Yeah, so we have a bunch of mana steel in there. And what we can do is we're going to come back here, and we're going to tell the system, this system, that, hey, mana steel makes thaumium. Alright, and then the other thing is, can we go ahead and tell the system that a large lump of Galgadorian metal makes the enhanced Galgadorian metal, which makes the blocks. If we only needed this, it'd be a lot easier to do, because it's just smelting the lumps, but that doesn't actually do anything. It's the enhanced Galgadorian metal that we need, so that makes that, and then that makes blocks. So this, so alchemical construct, that goes in there. See, this one goes wherever, and this one goes into a furnace. So can we make our first block of Galgadorian metal? No. Wow. A lot of mushrooms. So I'm going to farm mushrooms, I think. And I'll try to figure out if there's a better way to do that. But let's come back over here, and we're going to get this set up. So what we can do is we can tell this guy that, hey, that is a recipe, you know. So now it's going to make all that. And we put a chest right here. We can feed it back into here, and it will deposit it into the chest. No problem. So now here's my question. If I went up here and said, hey, make a thaumium. It's missing mana steel. Make a thaumium. will it actually insert it? No. So let's move this guy. Up. Let's see. Move him right there. And we're gonna put it let's put him right up here. Put the chest there. We don't need to access the chest. We put an item duct like so. And then let's see, where can we pull things off of? That's not gonna work. I don't like that. So let's move all this stuff. What we need to do is we need to put the interface somewhere where it's not touching, and then have the chest like here with item ducts like that active, and I guess what we can do is we can put him right there, because it should not be able to insert anything there. Put the chest there. And something like this. So, it's not the best of ways to do this, but it will work. And that's the important thing. Make sure that doesn't connect. And let's get everything kind of taken care of. So that should go there. And then that is taken care of. So let's see. It's probably mad. Let's make a piece of thaumium. And it should make it. And I don't know if that chest is actually needed or not. But did it do it? So do we have 23? We do. Cool. So that works. And we can also do similar things for things that we'd want a lot of is like balance shards. Balance shards are kind of a pain to make. So I mean, we could do something like this, and it's just primal aspects and whatever shard we want. We'll probably use ordo shards because that's one of the easiest things to make. So let's go grab a zombie, and I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but let's try to grab a zombie, and we'll go from there with seeing if we can't get a bunch of like zombie spawn, and maybe get an angry zombie so that I can scan it, because I think that's what we need to do in order to get the last little bit of research that we need. And we can go ahead and turn that off. We'll keep that on for right now until it kills all these guys, or we can kill them ourselves. There's not that many. It's not that bad. Alright, so let's spawn in some zombies. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our thermometer out just in case. So the other thing I was going to do is we need to make a charge to tombstone from witchery. We will do that at some point. But at this point, we don't really need to. Something I'm gonna do is he's gonna try to break down the door. No. So we're just gonna let a bunch of those spawn, and yeah. So let's throw that stuff in there, and so we'll get to the witchery stuff later. Let's just let these guys out. We'll kill the ones that are not angry zombies. I don't know if there's a way. I don't know. I'll look into that later. We're getting a lot of brains, which is nice, but we need to scan angry zombies, I believe. You know what, I'll clean that out later. We need to scan an angry zombie to get the research that we need, so I don't know. I'll have to find one later, but I think this episode has gone on long enough. So we have automated alchemy, and we have automated essentia. Both really nice things, all Thaumic Energistics and all that kind of fun stuff, and we're not using too many channels. So the plan is we can get 3 more recipes. We'll do probably balance shards for sure. We might do niter, I think would be a good alchemy recipe, but really it depends on what all we need. So one of the next things I want to work on, and I think what we're going to start working towards in the next couple of episodes, we're going to do a little bit of witchery next time, just to get the charge the tombstone, because that is an achievement that we've missed. I'm still working with bees, they're annoying. But the big thing that I want to work towards here soon is we're going to not only want better wands. We have a great wood wand, which is not bad, but we're going to want silverwood. And that's a problem. Silverwood saplings are really, really nasty. Requires blocks of diamond, that's not bad. Greatwood saplings, which requires a lot of witch water, and they're just dangerous infusions. So cinder pearls are not bad to get. We'll make a couple of those and all that kind of fun stuff, but I think that's gonna be the next little part, is we're going to make greatwood and silverwood saplings. That way we can start working on getting better wands and a better supply of those woods rather than Crucible. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!